Welcome back, everyone. So, as you realized, last episode we were able to get the portal built and get into the mining world. So one of the things you need to know that when we got to the mining world, we noticed something a little bit different. It was at Y level 96. So I changed that and deleted the dimensional file and made it 70. So it's a little bit easier because there's almost nothing that spawns between 90 and 70. So I didn't want to make myself dig through all that dirt and or stone. So made it a little bit easier so that we can get some mining done. I was able to get some mining done off camera to also get the garden moved so that we can, when we're ready, expand. So hopefully today we're going to automate the smeltery, a little bit of automation, not fully automated, but to help us out quite a bit. And then hopefully get a whole bunch of stone cooking or cobblestone cooking to make stone so that I can build the new base, at least the base structure for it, off camera next time hopefully. Or maybe I'll make a video of it so you guys can watch it, but it'll be a little bit longer because I tend to take quite a while to build stuff. So as you've also noticed, I changed the shader pack because the other one just seemed so dark and it was darkening the edges as well. So I want to make it a little bit more friendly towards you and me. So I'm trying out this one, but it's causing my frame rate to be a little bit slower. So I just had to drop down from 50 frames per second down to 30, but it still looks good, and hopefully the videos will still look just as good. So let's jump right in here. So what I'm thinking here is with the smeltery, I want to put a couple hoppers down below to pull the blocks out and or the parts. And I would also like to make it so that this is automatically activated by redstone. Because if you activate these little faucets with redstone, it automatically causes it to fill this up. So I thought about it a little bit, and I think that going with a redstone clock would be a good fit for this. So the redstone clock is this one right here. And I think it'd be a good start for automating that one part over there. So let's get some materials. We're gonna need some iron here, and we've already got some wood. So let's grab some redstone. As you can see, I was able to mine a little bit off camera, but now we got all these ores that we should cook up and make into bars and blocks. So that's one of the reasons why it's so important to automate. Also, I should also mention that I figured out if you put torches in the offhand slot, you can just place them while using just about anything. And I find that to be super helpful. I figured I'd give you that little tidbit to help keep you going. So, let's get started. Let's make the redstone torch that's needed for this. And then let's make the clock. So, I'll give you an example of how the clock works. It's not a perfect fix, but it doesn't require any really advanced components to use it. Like any of the other advanced timers and such require gold and some other stuff, and we just don't have a lot of that yet. So to make it simple, might as well just go with something simple. So it ticks on and off, but it eventually gets it full. So that's what we want. And then the block will dry or harden and then get dropped down. So let's make the other things we need. We're going to need 2 chests. So, well, we should make 4 chests just in case, because I have a feeling we're going to need more for some other projects. So, with that, we'll take some iron here, and we will make, let's see, let's make 3 hoppers. There we go. So, let's grab our shovel here. So we got those 2 spots and those 2 spots. So, I don't know if you've ever done this before, but hoppers, they can be tricky. Why do I only have 1 chest? That's weird. Thought I put enough in there for 4. Strange. Oh well. We got 4 now. That's what's important here. Oh, I used them to make the hopper. Funny me. Okay, so let's set them in place. Then we're going to position to shift click our hoppers to be right behind, there you go, right behind the chest, so that it can empty out into the chest itself. Because it's all about directional usage with these things. They can be fun. Okay, so let's put our redstone clock back so we can watch it slowly take all this iron. Because I threw in a couple blocks worth of iron. Quite a few. And so you should be able to watch it just slowly empty out. But even when we're not here, it will continue to add to the chest, which is really, really nice. Now this one, it'll take our parts and our ingots. If we wanted to set up just for ingots, we could have it do that just fine. So the next step would be having it fill into the smeltery itself, the controller block. So that's why we made the extra hopper, and we just right click it right on there. So now we can also reach the smeltery, because before the hopper was a full block and you couldn't see around it. But it's nice now that it is not a full block. So with that, we'll go grab some more iron and we'll just keep filling this thing up. We have plenty of iron to put in there. And the next step is to automate the fuel for it, but I don't know if we'll get to that today. So we'll add some more fuel to it, but that'll be about as far as it'll go. See, now it'll just automatically add it into the smeltery there, and it's just getting cooked up as it goes. This will eventually reach maximum capacity, but I have a feeling this will cause the blocks of iron to harden and put in here faster than it can melt it. So it'll keep up with it, I'm sure. Same way with this, and if we cast, just automatically pull it out, so it's nice and safe right there in the chest. So you could use a redstone timer with this as well, but it requires a clock, which requires gold, and we don't really want to spare that valuable resource at this time. So I was thinking, now that we got that done, why don't we, I guess we could try to put in our liquids for automation. So let's try to make a tank of some sort. Let's see what kind of tank that we could make that would be helpful. So we have the ender tank, which I don't think which would work really well in this instance, the singular tank. So Chisels and Bits has a tank. Let's look at thermal expansion, because they have a tank too, if I remember correctly. Let's see. Oh, they have different types of watering cans now even. Now, I had seen that they had made some magical changes to the tanks in thermal expansion. There is only one type of tank now that you enchant to make better and better and better. So let's grab this tank here, and we're gonna need some glass, a copper, and a redstone servo. That's a new one. But we have all the ingredients required, except for maybe some copper. But we can grab that real quick. I think that should be all we need to make. Oh, we need some glass. That was weird. So I guess you can't scroll stuff out yet. The little bugs that exist here and there. No biggie. So we got our little redstone servo. And now we have our portable tank. It will hold 20 buckets. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. So to make a bigger one, we need the enchantment book of holding level 1, 2, 3, or 4 to enhance this, to continue to increase the amount of liquid it can hold. Let's see what the maximum is. 60,000. Not too bad. Not as high as it was before, but still very, very good. So let's take our tank here and our bucket, and let's go fill them up. Let's go get plenty of lava to be able to automate this system. As long as it still enters and leaves the same way, we have no issues being able to use this tank. we just fill her up. We're getting pretty full. At some point I'll have to make the crescent hammer, because it's much easier to break these blocks with crescent hammers. 20 is quite a good amount, especially initially. There we go. Got it. So we're heading on back. So, what we'll do is, we're going to end up putting this right here. But to get it down in there, we're going to need some sort of duct work. So let's see. We're probably going to have to make the tier 2 duct, because if the first tier is the same way it was last time, it can't handle hot liquids. So, we're going to have to go with something like a fluid duct, but the one that can take liquids that can handle extreme hot and cold. So, it looks like we're going to need some Invar to make the hardened fluid ducts. Yeah, we don't have hardened glass yet, so we're gonna have to go with the opaque ones. So, to make this, we need molten Invar is nickel and iron. So, it'll be 2 parts iron to 1 part nickel. So we can cook that up pretty quick. 2 parts iron to 1 part nickel. So that should do it right there. So let's reach down in here to our smeltery, and we will swap that Invar out. And then you'll see it melt in and make the block it needs to make as soon as we can get past all this. But it's sitting here making blocks all day and all night. Well, let's take a nap real quick to make a day again. And there we are again. Okay, so, whoops, went out the wrong door. No biggie. Okay, so we have a little bit of automation. We better take this off because it seems to be getting out of control real quick. Works best if you're not around while it's working. Also, we could take this opportunity real quick to claim these chunks so that our stuff can work while we're not there. So we're just going to claim the chunks we're most likely going to put our base of operations. Oh, we should also grab our garden while we're at it. And then this one chunk loads it as well. So that was just right clicking and then shift right clicking after you did so. And it loads it all up. I'm glad on this version I didn't have to make a team. Okay, so we should have our Invar now. We have 6 ingots of Invar. So to prevent our problem, we're going to take this out here. Well, that hardens. We'll grab our little ingot casting here. We're going to switch over to our Invar. We're going to let this one go to town. It'll make all 6 of them relatively quickly. Yep. So this timer works really, really well for ingot production. But I still like doing the blocks with the iron. So, we'll put this all back together once we get this Invar made that we need for those hardened tubes. We have one more piece of Invar. And there we go. Okay, so let's put our hopper back. Let's put you back. Let's throw... Ha! My miner backpack got a hold of all that iron. So you gotta be careful with that, trickster. There we go. Yep, now it's filling up again with iron. It'll continue to make block after block after block. Grab our Invar. Oh, we gotta cook up some lead. I still don't have any lead. So we gotta do it all over again here. I think we'll just... we might as well go full block. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? Grab this. Yet again. It's in our mining pack. Because we're not paying attention. Oh well. I could lock it, but it's not really that important. Okay, so. Wait for some of this to be cooked up. We'll break this out of the way because we're going to be back to doing ingots. Okay, so we're opening up some free space here. Because we need to add 18 lead. Or at least 9. We could build another layer onto that sucker. So, you can see exactly what I have going here. And what we have planned. And what I'll do is I'll just make a part 2 to this episode. And I'll be right back with the next episode. See y'all tomorrow. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. And if you have a comment, please leave it below.